me, Katrice, and today I'm going to be talking all about getting your G1 in Ontario. So basically, I'm just going to talk about my experience, and as I'm going through my experience, I'm going to give tips. Okay, so the first thing I did when I was applying for my license is obviously study. This is the book I use. This is the new and updated, the official MTO driver's handbook. I kind of used the old one too because that's the one I had in my house, and I only bought this later on. Okay, so on page 24 in this book, there's a whole bunch of things to study for the G1 written test. That's the test you have to take. And so I'll just read them out quickly. So the written test may ask you about seat belts, traffic signs and lights, emergency vehicles, how to use headlights, speed lights, getting on or off a freeway, what drivers must do when they meet streetcars and school buses, driver license suspensions, the demerit point system, passing other vehicles, collision reporting, sharing the road with other road users, and rules of the road. And I also noticed something that I don't think it's in this list, but they also ask you kind of like rules for like G1 drivers, G2 drivers. Well, at least that was on my test, and some of my friends said that that was on their test as well. So yeah, make sure to know what you can and can't do pretty well with each license. Okay, so after I studied, on my birthday, I turned 16, and I went to the drive test place because that's where you take your test. At first, I went to one of them. Let's call it place A. That's the same place that a lot of my friends went. I didn't take the test there because there was a whole bunch of people. So my parents were like, you know what? No, we're going to the other one. So then I went to drive test B. I actually ended up being at drive test B for like 4 hours because they were having a problem with their system. Oh yeah, so I forgot to mention this before, but when you go into the drive test place, they have like a little kiosk or something, and you just punch in which test you want to take and it gives you a number. So yeah, that's where the problem comes in. I had my number, and my number started with A because that's what they use for G1 at the certain place. And a lot of the A's weren't getting called. Like when I got there, I think it was at like A120, and it took so long to get to my number. I was like A139, and a lot of the people ended up leaving. Yeah, so there was like, I don't know what happened to like A120 through 137. Like I think they just left. Like I don't even know. But there was me and 4 other girls, and I was like the closest number to 120. So then after my parents went and complained, they're like, why isn't any A's getting called? And then after they called my number, and then after me, they wouldn't let anybody else go. I think they only let one other girl go because it was close to closing time. Like I went at 12 and they closed at 5, and I didn't get out of there until after 4. But yeah, luckily I still got to do my test because it was my birthday. If I didn't get to do my test, I would have been so mad. Like I just wasted 4 hours on my birthday and I didn't even get to do the test. I would have been so mad. But anyways, then I went to do the test, and at this place, drive test B, you don't actually like write out the test. You do it on a touchscreen computer, and that was really neat. So basically, oh yeah, I forgot. So when they call up your number, and then you walk up to the like desks where all the workers are, and then I can't remember like the exact order, but basically you show them like your passport, whatever other documentation you need, and then after that, I can't remember if it's the vision test first or the your picture. I think it's the vision test. So yeah, you just do a quick vision test, and I actually can't remember what it was like. It wasn't hard or anything. I think it was just reading either letters or numbers off a screen. It was really easy, so if you can see pretty well, you're gonna pass. And then after that, you step over to the side or wherever, and then they take your picture, and then after that, they give you your test. Or for me, it wasn't a test. They just told me go to computer number 2 or whatever, and you go off and you do your test. So on the test, it's kind of like 2 tests. There's like one test with rules of the road, and then another test with road signs. And the one with rules of the road is usually first. It was first for me. I'm pretty sure it's always first. So yeah, you just do that. It's 20 questions, and you have to answer at least 16 right to pass that test. And then you go on to the next test, and you also have to get at least 16 on that one to pass. So if you get like 15 wrong on either one of them, you don't get your license. So yeah, make sure to steady. But yeah, anyway, so I did my test. I passed on the first try, and since I was on a computer, like, I knew that I passed because as I was going and putting in the answers, it was like, this is correct, this is incorrect. You passed this test with a score of blah, blah, blah. So I already knew before I got my license, before they, oh, my camera is dying, before they called me back. So yeah. Okay, so then after your test, you just go back to the counter where you got your stuff or whatever to do the test, and then you give it to them, and then you go back and sit down for a bit, and then after, they'll call you up, they'll be like, Katrice, come back to kiosk number 2. Okay, so then after that, they just give you like 2 papers. One of them is just like all your information. Actually, I think they give you 2 papers with your information, and then your driver's license, obviously, and then a white paper, and it just says, congratulations on getting your license. Here's how to book your road test for when you're going for your G2, and we recommend going to driving school, blah, blah, blah. That's basically all it said. And so yeah, after that, you're allowed to drive pretty much. So yeah, that's my experience on getting my G1 license. I was pretty fed up that day because it took so long to get my license. I was there for 4 hours. It was just not a good day. Anyways, so I hope that your experience is a lot better than mine. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it helped you, and if you're going to take your G1 written test soon, good luck to you. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below any questions or video requests, and subscribe, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!